I'm here on my own, and that's hard. Sometimes it feels like you're going in the arena with a bunch of lions by yourself. And I'm here, I guess, today representing all the women who came out about Harvey Weinstein, which sparked a huge, huge movement across the world. Mm-hmm. It elevated Tarana Burke's amazing work that she had for 17 years, and it elevated her to the place where she should always have been. And here she is now, our leader, and Me Too. And I'm here, it's just me, but I'm here with all my sisters are here with me today. I can feel them, and I wish they were here, and I wish they were in the film. Mm-hmm. I think a lot of people were really afraid to do it. I thought at this point, like, what else do I have to lose? I'm just going to tell the truth. Mm-hmm.
Why did you want to be a part of this documentary and relive that again?
I'm just one of many women that came forward with this story, and I participated in the documentary because Ursula is a really good filmmaker, and I knew that the BBC would do something that to be proud of, and I am proud of the film. And I thought it was really important to be on camera and share the story. That's what she's captured. She got a lot of women that we didn't get a lot of attention, but their stories are harrowing and incredibly impactful. You know, people who had worked behind the scenes with him, assistants, really, really important stories.
Recently, there's been a lot of real action after documentaries or docuseries have come out. We recently saw it with Surviving R. Kelly, and Sony dropped him. And of course, there's been much more backlash towards him than before that series came out. Are you hoping that this documentary results in real action for Harvey?
I hope so. I mean, I think the man deserves to be in jail. Many lives were shattered by his actions and his abuse of power. So I hope that there's justice in that area.
What do you think that audiences will really learn from this documentary that they don't know yet? Because there's been a lot of coverage with this, but as you said, now you're seeing it, you're not reading it.
So, it's always really impactful, especially, when you have a Ronan Farrow writing an article, but when you actually see the woman, especially the first woman who opens the film, it's very moving and bone-chilling, her experience, and you really see it and feel it, her pain and her trauma. The audience is taken into how it feels, how she felt. So that's really important.
Now, you were one of the first actresses to come forward and speak up. That must have been so scary and daunting to do. What do you remember when you were coming forward with your story? Were you scared to tell your story?
Oh, it took a while. I mean, at first I told Ronan I didn't want to be on the record, and I was terrified. But what was fantastic about Ronan Farrow was because he had his own experience with his sister, he really knew how to take care of somebody who had gone through, mine was more emotional trauma and backlash with career stuff, but he had such sensitivity and class in the way he dealt with everyone. He never pushed. He was so compassionate.
Now, what was the reaction after you did come forward? Was it positive? Did you have any pushback for speaking up?
Oh yeah, I think I still do. I don't have an agent, so. I mean, I think there's backlash for sure.
So you think that there's still fear, and even though Harvey's been ousted, you think that...
Well, I mean, there's a lot of people that made a lot of money from him and continue to, and there's a boys club that protect the boys, and he's just one of many men, as we're seeing more and more men being exposed for their really awful behavior, and their abuse of power, which is shattering to people. More and more people are coming out, and this isn't over yet. And I think that's what people, I think Hollywood keeps looking at their watch. It's like, when is this going to end? It's not. It's not going to end. It's not going to end until they stop this bad behavior.
Have you heard from Harvey at all since?
Have I heard from Harvey? No.
No.
No, I haven't heard from him, but he's made sure, that me and other women have been spied on.
Can you elaborate on that?
I mean, Ronan Farrow exposed that in his article, the one that won the Pulitzer Prize, Harvey Weinstein and his Spies. And so he did pay off Black Cube and Mossad. And you'll see in the film that that's true.
And is that still going on?
I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, let's say I just, haven't been able to get in my computer and my, like, it's kind of a constant thing, but I'm not, is that something I can prove? At this moment, no, but there's been a lot of tech nightmare.
Wow. If Harvey was here, what would you say to him?
I wrote a thing in Refinery 29, Harvey Weinstein, about where do we go from here. And this would be very hard, I'm sure, for women who actually were raped by him. But all these guys, I wish one of them, think that Kevin Spacey or one of these people or Louis C.K. would just go and really get help. I mean, obviously it didn't, whatever Harvey did in the Meadows didn't work, but it is a sickness. It is kind of a disease of sexual predators. I mean, when someone does that, it's a sickness. And I wish when people, I don't know if he deserves, everybody deserves redemption. I don't know if it's possible for this man to do that because he's got such a monster ego. But I do believe people should, you've seen criminals turn themselves around in some way and realize that they've done horrible things in their lives and have that come to Jesus, Allah, whoever you pray to, moment, and Moses, and somehow heal. I don't know if that's possible for a man like that. You have to be really willing to be honest, and it starts with honesty, especially with yourself. So if you're not willing to do that work, then there's no hope.
Hollywood has never really shunned someone quite like they have with Weinstein, but Hollywood is also...
Have they shunned him?
So that's what I'm getting to.
I'm not sure.
And thank you for... So can you actually, will you elaborate on that? Do you think that he really has been ousted?
No.
Do you think that there's a chance that he would work again in Hollywood?
I'm sure if people thought they could make money with him and do something that that the people that support him would do that. I think that there are a lot of people that don't want this to be true, and he desperately is trying to come back. That we know. There's people that are. I think he could work in. I heard he's trying to work in Europe and France and Italy, and who knows.
With that said, do you think that Hollywood is responsible for Harvey being able to get away with this for so long? Do you think that there's agents, studios, news organizations that enabled him?
I think that the people that have protected him all these years, who've known that he's done this, who've covered up, who've paid off people to shut up, shut down stories that were coming out, threaten people, and they all know who they are, they're complicit. And there are many of them, and they know who they are. And at some point, they have to look at themselves in the mirror every day and say, is this who I want to be? Is this the man I want to be just to make money? They know who they are, and at some point, someone has to step up and do the right thing. And there are a lot of really great men that are willing to do that. And those are the men that, I want to hang with. I'm sure, but, enough of this, because it really is soul-shattering
Now,
for women.
We're just about...
And young boys.
Yeah. We're just about out of time, but I want...
Not Harvey, but those are other stories.
Right. I want to give you the chance to talk about your ribbon and your pin.
Okay, well, today I was really happy to see the ACLU has partnered with IndieWire. That was cool. And I love them. I don't know where we would be in our country right now without the ACLU, because the work that they're doing to protect people's rights on a daily basis makes me cry, because I truly love the ACLU. And this is, here you go, Feel the Fear and Do It Anyway. Before I left, this is from Gloria Steinem said this. And I saw it and I thought, I'm going to put this on because, my God, that's what this is all about. It's been a lot of fear, and we all came forward and did it anyway.